Yo, what is good with y'all boys? Another day, Yo, what is good with y'all boys? We are back with another video. Small gains, small potato gains. Let's get straight into the recap. I'm finna switch over right now, y'all. Alright. Small potatoes. Okay, let's just start from the top of the morning. Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. Today is August 12th. Let's get straight into the recap. So, coming into the market this morning, as we could see, we did have CPI this morning. We did leave this data low, and we also had a data high, right? That is our POIs for today. This data low, this data high. Prior to creating this news candle, I did want to see this 30-minute get tagged into or get traded into potentially and take us higher for Judas longs. And while this is at 7:30, I was up a little bit earlier today, so I was like, I'm able to see potential plays that I could potentially like. And I wanted Judas longs before this data candle happened, and then we proceeded to tag into this hourly, and we tagged into the 30, and it was also a 2-hour. So we then proceeded to go high off of it, right? With that in mind, now knowing that this Judas can no longer happen, I'm looking at market and it's like we're too bullish to be looking for shorts, but we're also kind of too extended to want longs off rip. But a counter argument is that this data wick did tag into this 2-hour, into the hourly, into the 30. So it's like now we can just look for count longs off the open without needing a deep retrace, right? And so when we come into the open, we could see that we have this 15-minute gap right here. We have this 15-minute bullish gap, and so this is potentially the gap that I want to see get traded into. And while we didn't have too many draws above, we did have this London high, we did have this New York AM, and this stacked PM highs above us, right? So if we get a tag into this 15, I can potentially look for longs higher to this, potentially at least a London high, right? Let's zoom in a little bit, and when we come into the open, we immediately manipulate and take out this London high, right? We immediately manipulate and take out this London high, and right here there was an opportunity to take shorts. I believe there was a 30-second. Yeah, as you can see, we did have this 30-second. The reason I didn't take it, I feel like it went a little bit too quick, and while it is a good trade off of such a high sweep, and you have your bullish inverse, and you mark out your chart like this, I don't know, I didn't want to take shorts. You feel me? I saw this playing out, and it's like it was right here. Also, it's like this is your TP. Yeah, it's a 1-to-1. I don't know. I didn't really like it the most, but we did get it was even a good inverse. Like, look at this next candle. Like, you dead can't take that, right? So we tag into the 15, and once again I'm looking for a Judas long, right? I'm looking for a Judas long. So now it's just, is market gonna respect that and put that on the table for me, right? And right here we could see that I have a gap marked out. Obviously there's no gap on the 30, and I do have a trade right here. If we go down to the 15, we can see that we did have this 15-second bearish gap, and usually I wouldn't trade the 15, but I like this reaction. If you look at this reaction right here, we get a nice V shape. We do get a deep dig into this 15, but it's still holding. We haven't inversed it yet. It's not 845, so it's like if we can get back up and potentially what's it called, get out of this gap, then it's like, okay, I can look for longs. And I don't think the play was here. The play was here. And so as we could see, I did take a play right here, and I immediately exited out, and I'll tell y'all why. As you can see, we tagged into this 15-second, and I was trying to front run it just so I could get good entry I could see that we were hella volatile off this move, and I probably shouldn't have been looking for longs off of such great displacement. I mean, it is not the craziest candle. We've seen crazier candles, but I don't know. I liked it. We did have a V shape, 15-second inverse. And I did take a stab at it. Obviously, you could see it looked like it was about to inverse, and then we immediately rejected the wick. I should have taken the 30-second gap if I did want to take longs, just to be assured that we are bullish. But I just didn't like the way the gap would have been. It's the 80 points. It's not 80 point stop. I lied. I mean, if you're going to the gap close, it's 30 points. If you're going to the swing low, it's 60 points. I just didn't really like it for longs. So I was trying to get potentially a better entry off of this 15 second. I did close it out with like an $80 loss. So it wasn't even anything too crazy. Just a slight jab at market, trying to see where its head is at. We continue to displace lower, and right here it looks like we're picking up steam, right? It does look like we're picking up steam right here. We get this nice V shape. Is it a nice V shape? Yeah, I like it. I'd call it a nice V shape. 67 points to the upside. Now it's looking like we are prep for longs, and we also sweep out this internal low that we had, right? But then we get to that candle and we fail to go higher. So now that I'm looking at it, I think the play was here. And I could look at it real quick. So I'm gonna make sure that select all, not that one, apply. Okay, it was at 837. Okay, it was here. It was at 837. Yeah. So it was right here. My fault, y'all. I don't know what this was. I was just lying to y'all, I guess. But 60-point retrace back up. We're looking pretty good. I'm overall bullish on the higher time frame. So it's like I like this reaction. We tagged this 15 second, and once again it's like once again, what I imagine everything I just said, but to this trade, you feel me? Just 10 minutes later. Once again, I don't like this R. I'm not this 100, like that's ridiculous, man. I'm not taking a 100-point stop. I was trying this 15 second. I took a $97 loss. I'll show y'all in 1 second. But it was a quick little pay to play type of play. And it didn't work out. I'm not mad at it. We then come back down and we resweep this low, right? We resweep this low, and it's like, okay, I'm still going to be bullish today. I'm not looking for shorts whatsoever. I just need my bullish conditions to be hit, whether that's a resweep, whether that's, so we swept out this low. We have a internal high. We have a external high. I'm overall bullish on the higher time frame, and we get this nice 15-second inverse. Is it a 30-second? It is not a 30-second. So today I was strictly on the 15. We get this nice 15-second inverse, and I get stop rated, and I'm like, bruh, you feel me? I'm like, bruh, I didn't get to see a single lick of profit on this trade. I don't know if there's any hindsight I could have done or foresight to not have taken this play, but I liked it. I thought it was a good play. To be fair, if you're trading FEGs, I mean, an FEG is going to be respected or disrespected. So I guess you could say we tagged into this 1 minute. I don't know. I thought it was a good play. It just didn't work out, and that it is what it is. I'm not gonna try and make reasons for whatever. But what is this low? Okay, this was the internal low. I could go ahead and delete that. So this was the play I took. I took a loss on this play. We did get a resweep of this internal low, so it's like I'm still looking at longs. I got a break even right here. I'll show y'all that as well. And then what happened? Okay, right here is where I got hold. And then I took another loss right here. Misplaced my stop. Not my fault. Or, I mean, it is my fault. I'm the one that did it. But I just wasn't able to look at the trade when I got in the trade. And I had already placed my stop. And then when I came back, we already stopped me out. And then we proceeded to run to my TP at this internal high. So that was pretty disappointing. So I did take 2 full-size losses today. Let me show y'all boys my executions. Let me show y'all boys my executions real quick. Let me just, it's ridiculous, man. I would just wish I could like not see that. Holy. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but as you can see right here, this was the first execution, little itty bitty loss. Second execution, full loss. I then re-entered right here, which I didn't tell y'all. And then I had got stopped out break even off of this wick. And then I re-entered again right here. And then I got stopped out right here off this low. Well, my low should have been down here. So it was just, I'm not gonna say I got hoed, but you know, it's disappointing for sure. And these are the executions. $97 loss. That was the first play I just told y'all about. Took a $400 loss after, and then took a $400 loss again. So 2 big losses today for me to be down 2 bands on 2 accounts. Yeah, so not the way I wanted to start the new accounts, but it's like I can't do nothing about that, especially with the circumstances that happened. It is what it is. I am down on the accounts. I'm down a band, so I do have a band drawdown left, and I just activated the account, so that's pretty disappointing. And all I can say is I'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow's a dub. If not, I just spent 2 weeks on evals that I didn't get a singular win on. You feel me? And that'd be pretty embarrassing. Now, if y'all remember from yesterday's episode, I was $20 away from passing the last eval, and let me just show y'all boys what happened with that. Man enough to say it, or how does it go? Not proud to say it, man enough to admit it. I trolled. Alright, this is just so disappointing to show y'all boys. Look at where my mouse is hovering. Let me turn on the light. I didn't like the yellowish light the way it was looking, but look at where my mouse is hovering. This was the shorts I had took on recording for y'all. I then hopped off the recording, and then I took some I took a lot of longs. Do I even count these? 1, 3, 4 executions, 6, 8, 9, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18 or 19 executions or something like that. I took 18 or 19 trades trying to make $20, and I blew the account. I did blow the account, so I'm only on 2 fundeds. I blew the account, and I can also, I think I briefly talked about that. Yeah, right here. Also blew third eval. That was $20 from passing, so not a good start to these accounts. Got stopped out, misplaced stops, got stopped out, we runs. Pretty disappointing day. Yeah, but overall, outside of today's trades and last night's eval combustion, I feel like I've been trading good, so I'm not too worried about today. I think it was I'm gonna call it a fluke. I'm gonna call it a fluke, right? I think we're good for it, and we just need to be better tomorrow, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go do me. I'm gonna go have fun, man. I love y'all boys. Stay motivated, stay grinding. Why not us? Let's get rich, man.